I used to think that once I had the perfect body, or started making money doing what I love, or had women chasing me, that I'd finally feel complete. But I was wrong, and it took me almost 30 years to understand why. At one point in my life, I was dating a new woman almost every day. On paper, it looked like I was crushing it. Friends would hype me up like I'd evolved into my final form. Girls validated me through intimacy. But deep down, I felt empty. I was like a high-level traded Rayquaza. Legendary, admired, powerful, but directionless. It wouldn't obey any of my commands, since I lacked the necessary badges for it. And back then, I wasn't chasing emotional bonds, I had no real alignment. I just wanted to rack up mons for my Pokédex. And when I dive into it, I thought I was really doing this for some kind of connection. But no, that wasn't the case. What I was really chasing was confirmation. Confirmation that I'd gone from the invisible kid, skinny, with acne, constantly overlooked, to someone undeniable. But let me tell you something. Being wanted isn't the same as being whole and in tune with yourself. And then came money. I started getting paid for my passion, photography, and I honestly thought my life would do a clean 180 when I started making money with that. That once I could monetize my craft, I'd finally feel secure. I'd finally feel fulfilled. But here's the thing about leveling up for the wrong reasons. You hit the next evolution, the next goalpost. In my case, making, I think at this point, 5 figures with photography, and then realize you're still carrying the same insecurities in your back. It's like earning 8 badges and realizing the Elite Four was never your real opponent. It was you, the version of you who never felt enough, no matter how many battles you won. The money? Yeah, it felt good, sure, but the freedom I craved? That came a bit later. When I quit my 9 to 5, I moved cities, and I stopped waiting for a perfect roadmap. I don't have the high-paying job anymore. Hell, I don't even do that many photo shoots anymore. But I'm constantly iterating on, what do I actually want? What does success mean to me? And I'm facing uncertainty, like I'm entering a new region. I don't have a map, I don't have a guide. I just have my instinct and I'm hungry to succeed with this. And most guys, they think freedom is about money. It's about waking up late, doing whatever you want. But I personally think that the deeper freedom, that's emotional. It's walking into a room without feeling like you have to prove anything. It's being unshakable when people criticize, reject or ignore you. It's being the trainer who doesn't need to flex all of his shinies. Even though if you have been shiny hunting for 100 hours, please do show off your shiny Trapinch, we love to see them. For me, at this current point in time, freedom is creating what I believe in. And it's not outsourcing my piece to algorithms, women or numbers. I'm just really operating from a place of, this is what I want to do right now in my life at 29, and that is bound to change. But having reflected over what success means to me and what I actually want, has brought me to this new city. And this YouTube channel, and all the project ideas I have in mind, and all the ways I spend my time. In my 20s, I thought mastering dating was the endgame. Be desirable, be chosen, and win the game. But now I know that's just one gym badge. And a strong life definitely isn't built on one stat, it's balanced across the board. There's so many pillars, like strength, wisdom, discipline, creativity, and peace. And what I want now is just wholeness. A body that performs well, a mind that doesn't spiral, a work life that energizes and doesn't drain me. And a soul that isn't afraid to be seen. So what I realized over my whole life is that while it's about being better, it's actually more about becoming integrated with what you really want. Like fusing all of your adventures and types into just one single evolved version of you. Fusing that version of you that's maxed out your health stat with your ideal career character and dating character. And having all these previous experiences that you've gained EXP from, that you've leveled up from, that primes you for the next part of the journey, because every level has a new boss, some kind of new challenge, and a new identity to outgrow, which is especially the hard point, that you sometimes have to shed parts of your old identity in order to grow into a new one. And that's the point, you level up, life doesn't get easier, but it does get more meaningful. You're not supposed to stay in Little Root Town. You're supposed to evolve, leave home, take the L's occasionally, get humbled, but then through that you'll grow stronger, and you'll move through seasons of life. And then when you think you've made it, boom! There's your new region, your new game, your new map, the new Mount Coronet to conquer. And thank God that's the case, because if you ever stop growing, you know you're just a maxed out level 100 Pokemon that gets boxed in a PC that never gets used again. So everything I thought I ever wanted, whether it be money, women, apps, that was just a proxy. What I really wanted was to feel worthy, was to feel loved, was to feel free, and to build towards a life where I could acquire those internal things. And the moment I stopped outsourcing those feelings, that's when life finally started to feel mine. So what about you? What are you chasing? thinking it'll finally make you whole, and thinking it'll be the end goal. And what would it look like to stop waiting and start owning it right now?